You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful soap opera fans. This is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we've got a special edition of Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. These are May sweeps spoilers for 2023. There's a lot to unpack. There's 5 or 6 different big storylines that are going on and that we're going to see play out during May sweeps. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, updates, casting updates, everything you need to know about your favorite CBS soap. Now let's dig in. The big topic to talk about, of course, is Sheila Carter. Sheila is increasingly desperate for a way out of the mess that she's in, and she needs to get out of prison, and she wants to make it happen. So as of the most recent episode, Sheila got a surprise visitor, and it's supposed to be someone from the past, and we saw a silhouette, and then that's it. So depending on when you're listening to this, you may already know who it is, but a lot of people are wondering if it is James Warwick. If you don't remember him, he's played by Ian Buchanan, and he had a run over on General Hospital also as Duke. But as James Warwick, he was like a virgin psychiatrist who ended up involved with both Taylor and Sheila. This was a long time ago, around the time where she had killed the guy with the bees. So it is very topical and timely if they did bring James Warwick back, and he did really have a thing for her. They have deep history, and the question is, would he help her out of prison? Will anyone help her out of prison? She's certifiable, and she wants payback on a lot of people, and if she gets loose, then all of LA better watch their backs. So let's wait and see who Sheila's possible new partner in crime is, and we'll see if she gets the way out that she's so desperate to find. We're also going to see Steffy and Finn in some big scenes. We're still wondering if they are going to write Jacqueline McInnes Wood's real-life pregnancy into the show. Steffy Forrester has a couple of kids, and the actress is pregnant with her 4th child. So she looks great, and she's still able to hide the bump a little, but it's definitely going to get to the point that they won't be able to. However, every time we see Steffy and Finn, they are getting busy, and so it wouldn't necessarily be out of line if she did turn up pregnant again, and then she wouldn't have to hide her bump. So, but Steffy and Finn in storyline right now, they are both worried about Sheila. They feel confident that she's behind bars, but if they knew that she was plotting an escape, they might really freak out, and that could be really stressful for them. Also, we expect that Liam Spencer to keep coming around and to be a problem for them. Finn has looked the other way before, even when she actually cheated on him with Liam once, and now that Liam is feeling like his marriage is off with hope, of course he comes running back to Steffy because that's what he always does. But the problem is there's no room in her marriage for this guy, and he needs to butt out, but he won't, and there are problems predicted in May sweeps spoilers. Those are unofficial spoilers. The next thing to talk about is Carter, Katie, and Bill. Dollar Bill does not want to hear that Katie is interested in Carter. He does not want to hear that she doesn't want him back. He has heard both these things, but it's like his ears are not working, and this continues in May sweeps. Katie loves Carter. Carter loves Katie. They haven't said the words out loud, but they were just talking about how they know what they feel, even though they're not saying those 3 words yet, but they are in deep with each other. They commiserate with each other on this spiritual level because they've both been done dirty by their past lovers, and they both just want a real, genuine love. And Katie and Carter found that, but of course, Bill Spencer decides that he wants her back, even though he's done her dirty, even though he doesn't deserve her. And she tells him, just, why don't you go pursue Brook? But he won't have it because he's got it in his head that he wants Katie. That's his hobby of the moment, like he gets fixated on things and people. And right now it's Katie, and it's probably more intriguing because Carter is in the way. So it's just a mess, and we're going to see a lot more of it roll out in sweeps because because he is not going to go away quietly. He's not going to go away at all. He's going to keep pushing, and it'll be really interesting to see if mild-mannered Carter steps up and goes off on him. That'd be pretty sexy to see, and Katie might really like that. We also need to talk about Liam, Hope, and Thomas. Liam remains suspicious during May sweeps of Thomas being up to no good. Liam is 100% wrong. Thomas is on the straight and narrow. He's paying attention to work. He is co-parenting. He is not being inappropriate. He is schooling his thoughts and watching his hands and his manners and his mouth. The problem is Hope. Hope has it bad for Thomas. She's checking him out. She's crushing on him, and he has no idea. She is trying to hide it from everyone, but the problem is, as we move through May sweeps, is that Hope's feelings keep growing. She really wants him, and she starts to question whether she is more like her mother than she ever thought. Maybe she's just a late bloomer to be a bad girl, but she wants Thomas, and the more that Liam acts the way he's been acting, the more Thomas is going to keep looking good to her. And at some point in May sweeps, according to official CBS spoilers, Thomas and Steffy figure out that Hope has a crush on him, and that should be very interesting because Thomas might waver if he finds out that there's a chance because she wants him. Check out some of our other Bold and the Beautiful spoilers on our playlist. We did a really interesting little video about the only way that people would accept Thomas being with Hope, and that is about it being Hope pursuing him rather than the other way. And we give it the full discussion. It's a good video. Go check it out if you have time. Okay, Brook, Ridge, and Taylor are another sweeps plot point. Brook and Taylor continue to remain steadfast friends. Meanwhile, Taylor really thinks that she and Brook have both moved past Ridge and that neither of them will be getting back with him. However, it looks like that it's not quite that way, that Brook might really be thinking that she wants Ridge back. The only reason she didn't fall into his arms a few weeks ago was because of the pact with Taylor, and then her daughter just reamed her out over it for violating her friend contract. So it almost seems like those are the only things that are holding Brook back. Meanwhile, Thomas is going to worry that Brook and Ridge are going to reunite, but his mom keeps telling him not to worry about it. Ridge Jr.'s return is going to affect the whole family. It's going to keep pulling Brook and Ridge closer together. Meanwhile, Ridge is looking forward to spending time with his large blended family, but things could get awkward soon. The last thing we want to talk about is Deacon Sharp. He is trying really hard to forget that he is absolutely smitten by Sheila Carter. He knows this will do him no good, and so he decides he is going to focus on work. He really wants to get Il Giardino to be the premier dinner spot in LA, and he's got some special guest stars to make that happen, including JJ Walker and the TikTok corn kid, aka Tarek. So that should all be very interesting, and we're going to see a lot of action at Il Giardino also in May sweeps. If you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, click it right now, and then we're going to take a quick run through over what you're going to see in sweeps. You're going to see Sheila Carter trying to get out of jail. You're going to see Deacon trying to make Il Giardino the best place in LA. You're going to see Steffy and Finn enjoying each other, but worried about Sheila, and then dealing with Liam's interference. We're going to see Liam continue to suspect Thomas. Meanwhile, it's actually Hope who's doing the crushing. We're going to see dynamic moves in the Brook, Ridge, Taylor triangle, and also in the Carter, Katie, Bill triangle.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.